Recording in progress. Okay, so when you're in your service action, I'm going to choose one person, Farrell. He's not here right now, and he's at the top of my list. Okay, so this is your service action. Oh, he's so cute. This is your services action page. By the time you finish grade 10, there's going to be a whole bunch, one from every year, grade 7 and grade 6, right? What you need to do is you need to go to the top right corner right here and click add SA activity or add service as action experience or add SA experience. Okay. Oh, here comes Maria. Once you're there, your activity name is the one that you've had approved. Okay. Or maybe you're doing it with Ibu Lisa in design class. I'm not sure exactly who is doing that versus who's doing mine. But let's say you're thinking grade 8 services action. I am doing orphanage tutoring. Okay, remember it has to be education related, right? So your activity name is orphanage tutoring grade 8 essay. That way you know which one to click on when you're putting in your new work. Then is it in school or out of school? It's out of school because none of you guys are in school right now. Okay, and then it is service as action. And then your start date will be September 1. Your finishing date is going to be December 7. Okay, that means you have to have this all finished by then. Your supervisor name, it can be me, Ibu Yuda, Ibu Kasuma, whoever's your supervisor. For most of you, it's going to be me. Okay, your title is teacher, right, Mr. Chris. You don't have to put my email in, you guys, or my phone number. I already know how to contact me. I already know how to contact Ibu Yuda. I already know how to contact Ibu Kasuma, so you don't have to worry about that. And then describe your goals. What do you want to do? What's the purpose of your services action? Do you want to help kids learn English, math? Do you want to bring quality education or support to kids who are less fortunate? Those kinds of things. Then you need to select. I'm just going to select all of them. Okay. I mean, you can select all of them too, but we have the two that we're focusing on this year. Those two are persevering in action and making a plan, right? If you don't know, you can find those that in the PowerPoint that's been shared with you or your management Dropbox. That's what it is. So let's say you're working with an SLH school in Indonesia. Okay, that's the organization you're working with. Some of you guys will have an organization, some of you won't. Some of you will start an organization. And then activity aim. So here you have your goals, what you hope to do. And then with your activity aim, you're going to write about like what you're actually going to do. I'm going to go to this orphanage and I'm going to meet with the 5 or 6 students ages 6 to 8, and we are going to learn English, or we're going, whatever it is, or you're going to create resources for learning how to use Word or PowerPoint or online learning, right? So be more specific, whereas your goal would be to help support local schools with online learning. Then this is where you get into the nitty-gritty details. So by the end of class today, you need to have finished this whole thing, and then you click add service action activity or experience, whatever they call it. When you have done that, it'll be a new activity, your bi-weekly journal. So everything that you're doing today, you're going to write a journal entry as well. You're going to upload that into your activity. You need to have at least 3 journal entries. Once you're finished that, you need to work on your service action form part 1. And I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so I'm going to stop share. Hopefully there's no kids waiting. So for today, you need to create your services action activity experience in ManageBack. After you've done that, you need to work on step 1, completing step 1 of your form. When you're finished that, you need to do your journal entry. So I am going back to the past. I'm going to cancel. So now go to Bible, grade 8 Bible. When you're there, you will want to click on the calendar, and on the calendar, go all the way to December 7th. Wow, you guys got a lot of homework assignments to do. December 7th. On December 7th, wait for it. Oh, yeah. So go to classes, December 7th. December 7th, December 7th, December 7th. And then there's I'll show it to you on the screen. Let me share it with you. Screen share. Wow, I'm so techy. Okay, so you'll see this one, essay forms and video. So this isn't where you submit your final stuff. Okay, this is the due date, so you know that it's due, but everything that you do here, you're going to submit to your essay activity, which you would have just set up. So that I just showed you how to set up. These things go there. So if you want to know about what you need to do, that's in this PowerPoint, okay? But your first service action form is right here. So click on the service action form. This helps you as you do your final project, making sure that you do a good job through it all. So your name, collaborating teacher, that's Mr. Chris, right? The list of IB learner outcomes, that's all from the PowerPoint. Scope of service is education, right? What specific community will you be serving? That's where, what's your target area? Is it going to be Sentul? Is it going to be SL Ha Lampung or Flores? Or is it going to be on the island where you live? Maybe Kalimantan or someplace like that, Borneo. I don't know all the details for you, but you start filling these in, make a timeline, who you're going to do. If you're in a group, person in charge of each project. If you're not in a group, then it's just you. List of equipments needed, skills you'll need, and then a service action verse that's going to drive you through this all. So group members, if you're in a group, adult supervision, because it's out of school, you're probably going to have a parent or an older sibling or somebody like that supervising you while you do it, especially if you're going out of your house to an orphanage. Who is that? Possible organizations to partner with. So that can be SL Haba. It could be organizations online that provide support for people who are helping with education in low income areas, those kinds of things that you would be using their resources for teaching or whatever. So you put that in there. Remember, your final product is a documentary. So while you're working on this, while you're making plans, take pictures, take videos of yourself while you're working, so that when you make the documentary, you actually have footage that is usable and ready for your documentary. Oh, you can't see my screen? Really? Ah, shoot. Okay, now I'll show you. Here it is. So your service action forms 2020. So you'll be filling this in. Step one, essay step one. This is what you need to be working on today. After you have set up your service action activity, this won't take you long, but you need to do it. If you haven't had final approval on your essay activity, most of you have, then you need to send me a message in Teams to get that figured out. My expectation for you for the rest of class today is to, I'll get a notification when you do this. Add your essay activity to ManageBack. Okay. So upload, add new essay activity like I just walked you through. There's also a video in the task essay forms. It's in the description that shows you how to add that task. Add that task, and once you're finished that, then you start doing essay step one form. After that, you'll do the taking action one. After that, you'll be doing the reflection. And then if you're finished the form, then you do your first journal entry. Oh, okay. Any questions on that? Do you guys have questions? Maria, questions? O'Neill, questions? Kevin, Gretchen, question.
So the essay service and action can be groups, like we can be grouped with other people too.
I'm not recommending it right now because we're doing hybrid or online learning. So most of it's going to be dependent on what you can do at your house, right? And unless you have a brother or a sister in this class, or someone who is your neighbor, right now, it's going to be difficult to do in a group. The group part of that form is for like grade 10s. Most kids in grade 10, most of the projects they do are group projects because they're huge. Like some of them are going to try to like end poverty and things like that. So they work in groups. So that's why that's in there. But for you, plan on doing it on your own. Unless you're doing something that works really well with other people, and then you can do it with them. But I am the one who approves it. So I would say you're probably going to be working on this alone because of COVID. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try to round up a few kids who are missing from class. And then Maria is here and O'Neill. So I'm going to mark you guys as present and then try to find the kids who are missing.